Hey guys, Simon here from Top Tennis Training with another tale from the tour. This story goes back to 2010. In January, I was playing a futures event in Scotland, in Glasgow, and the day before the qualifying started, I was practicing on the training courts. Now I'm playing a set with one guy, and I sit down at the break basically to have a drink, and I look over and I see this guy on the next court practicing his serve. Now this guy must have been about 6'4", 6'5". He was huge, legs like tree trunks, and this guy was hitting serves probably about 140, 135, 140 miles an hour. And I look over and think in my head, what the hell is this guy doing here playing futures events with that serve? ATP players would be proud of that serve, never mind futures players. Anyway, months and months go on and I didn't think much about it. Until the next year, I was watching the Australian Open on TV one day, and I see the same guy from the year before playing the Aussie Open. That guy happened to be Milos Raonic. So the year before, he had been playing this futures event in Glasgow, and he actually lost in the first round of that event. Here he is, Milos Raonic, first round losing to Yannick Mertens 6-4 in the third set. The next year, he goes on to qualify for the Australian Open, winning 3 rounds in the Aussie Open, and he gets to the 4th round and loses to David Ferrer in the 4th round. A couple weeks later, he goes on to win his first ATP event in San Jose, beating Verdasco 6-6 in the final. So in 1 year, he went from being basically a futures player, losing in the first round here, to winning ATP events in 1 year. And for me, that was one of the biggest jumps I've ever seen. So that 1 year that Milos jumped from being a futures player up to an ATP winner, that in the fall of 2010, he spent in Spain training on the clay, getting his consistency up. He was training under a Spanish coach, and they were working on basically being more consistent so that Milos could stay in the points for longer. And then he went to the Aussie Open, qualified, got to the 4th round, and then he ended up winning ATP events a couple of weeks later, and we've all known him ever since, basically. So that's a funny story that happened back in 2010 while I was playing that event. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any funny stories, put them in the comments down below, guys. And thank you guys for watching.